Watering the Garden, an introduction to the Emotional Management Workshop. Well, we have looked at the Bach flower remedies in Pat's Garden Level 2, the flower bed analysis. In this workshop we looked at the nature or character of the plants indicated in a drawing and what they communicate to us, researched from a whole range of different sources. These communications of life's experiences were then related to the emotions that these experiences brought to the surface. Feelings that were anchored in at some point in the past, usually in childhood, often when we were too young to know, understand or communicate these feelings, and which are still triggered whenever we experience something similar at another time. As is usually the case, this is all subconscious. In the Pat's Garden Lifescape concept, this subconscious data is accessed and guided by our higher self, also known as superconsciousness, and it's then made accessible through our conscious, aware, and understanding self. The feelings associated with the initial experience then fall within a whole range of emotions. These emotions are held within us by water. Water holds the unique quality of being able to hold memory and to carry our emotions. Our body is made up of approximately 70% water, so we can see how important these emotions are in steering us through our lifescape journey. Negative emotions, however, are self-destructive. They keep us tied down in old holding patterns, whilst positive emotions move us on and evolve us to be the best of who we become. Now, in the early 1900s, a Harley Street doctor called Dr. Edward Bach developed a system which underpinned the whole process of disease as he had come to understand it. The system became known as the world-renowned Bach flower remedies. Probably the best known of all these remedies is the rescue remedy, which is widely available and often taken at times of stress. Rescue remedy is actually a combination of 5 of the 38 remedies that Dr. Bach developed, which alleviate the effects and symptoms of stress. Each one of these 38 remedies defines one of the emotions that comprises the entire spectrum of emotion. They work very simply by raising the vibration, or energy level if you like, of an emotion from its lowest level to its highest level. That is, a negative emotion to a positive emotion. Now, it goes without saying, therefore, that if our emotions are already at a high vibrational level and we are feeling positive and optimistic, there is nothing to work upon, and that the worst thing these remedies can do is not work at all. Now, if someone considers that they have not felt an improvement whilst taking their remedy, then we can look again at what best fits how they feel at any given time. The remedies are safe for anyone, including babies, animals and plants. They do not affect any medication that you may be taking. That is, there are no side effects at all. So how are they made? Well, each individual flower essence is made by respectfully taking the part of the plant required and putting it into the purest quality water we can get in a suitable glass container, and then leaving it to solarize. In other words, just leaving it out in the sunlight for a few hours. During this time, bubbles can be seen coming off the plant material and into the water. This is the plant giving up its life force into the water. Now, I mentioned earlier that the unique character of water has the ability to hold memory, and this is how that memory is recorded. Sometimes the plant material is also left in the water overnight in moonlight as well, to magnetize the essence. In the traditional methods used by Dr. Bach in his day, he would take this water essence and mix it with a brandy to make a tincture. This would preserve the water and its memory. This was known as a mother tincture. This is the process by which the Bach flower remedies are commercially made today, by making homeopathic copies of the mother tinctures, which at one time were always made up at Dr. Bach's former home, which is now the Bach Centre in Wallingford, Oxfordshire. As the demand for these remedies has increased over the years, the commercial production has now become more industrial, and they are no longer prepared by hand at the batch centre. My way of producing the remedies for use is different from the traditional methods described above. As the earth changes of recent years have impacted every aspect of life and community, many of the traditional processes, particularly those given over to commercial production rather than home industry, have lost their currency. I draw upon a system also produced by a contemporary of Dr. Batch called Dr. Albert Abrams from the United States. He devised an amazing approach called radionics. This relates to the unique energetic signature held by everything in our known universe. Abrams ascribed a unique reference code to each of these energy signatures, known as a radionic code. When used with a homeopathic remedy machine, it is possible to transfer this code to a solid substance, like a sugar pilule which I use, or a liquid substance. This process is akin to copying an original picture or writing onto a blank piece of paper with a photocopier. The strength at which I make these remedies is consistent with the recent changes in the Earth's energetic vibrational field. This has shifted in an unprecedented way in recent years, as the frequency or speed of vibration has increased. These changes are able to be measured by something called the Schumann resonance, and this defines the Earth's electromagnetic field. Fibonacci sequence is a system of sacred mathematics underpinning everything in the universe. When a Fibonacci number appears in a particular sequence, there is a new quantum level which emerges, and this is the process which we are all going through at this unprecedented time of change. We are now beyond the quantum level of what is known as heart consciousness, the conscious, heartfelt awakening of compassion. This frequency is 33 Hz. All of my remedies are prepared at this rate or strength to have the highest impact on us at this time. The pilules that I make up are very simple to take. The main thing to remember is that if you touch them directly with your fingers, the energetic imprint will be weakened. Tip the pilule out of the container into the lid or onto a spoon, and then pop it straight into your mouth or into a bottle of water to be drunk throughout the day. The pilules can be made up as sets of 39 individual batch flower remedies, where each one is made up to the formula and strength of the individual batch remedy. In this case, select anything up to 7 different remedies that represent and sum up how you are feeling right now, and put each one as directed above in a bottle of water. This bottle of water can be drunk throughout the day, or kept and labelled as a master remedy bottle, and this can be kept in the fridge. This can be used to top up a plain water bottle on a daily basis by adding a tablespoonful from the master bottle and drinking it throughout the day. This works well and is economical. Remember, water holds memory. You can use this stock bottle over 3 to 5 days, providing it's kept in the fridge. Alternatively, just as Rescue Remedy contains a composite of 5 remedies addressing the effects of stress, so an individual combined formula can be made up which is a composite remedy, again of up to 7 remedies, uniquely for you. This can be specifically made up for you and is available upon request. Now there is another way in which these remedies work for you. In following on from the flower bed analysis workshop, the flowers that were defined in your flower bed bring you a message that communicates something to you about your lifescape. This is how you felt about that experience. That experience is anchored into your cellular memory, and the feeling with which it is associated is stored in your subconscious. This is triggered as an emotion, which, like the links in a chain, anchors the experience and the feelings from then to now. The message that you intuitively bring to the surface through the flower bed analysis lifts the vibration of that emotion with the support of the relevant Bach flower remedy.